Good morning and welcome in. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is Monday. Hope your weekend went well. Let's take a look now at your latest local news from around the region with your Newberry News update on M123 FM. Your local news today brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center.
I love that our tagline is Your Health, Our Passion. It's definitely a passion for me. I take care of the people that take care of the people.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center's new CEO, Helen Johnson.
But I am really a Northern Michigan girl. I started my career out here as a young nurse in oncology in Marquette. It was so natural for me to be able to move back. It is a different way of life. You just breathe a little easier. My husband and I really are outdoors people. If I'm outdoors around a campfire, get a little bit of smoke in your hair, that is just a happy place for me.
Johnson loves the intimacy of small-town healthcare.
Living and working in a rural community gives us a unique opportunity to connect with our patients one-on-one. I want them to say, I was at your hospital recently, and the next thing I want them to say is, and it was great.
Helen Newberry Joy's new CEO, Helen Johnson.
I have had such a great welcome to this community.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
In your latest local news this morning, the Michigan State Police has announced a new sergeant taking over at the St. Ignace Police Post. The Michigan State Police pleased to announce the assignment of the new Sergeant Jeffrey Jerome. He served for the Michigan State Police for over 28 years, brings exciting wealth and experience, as well as a proven record of commitment to the community to the 8th District. Jerome will join the 8th District as one of his original dream choices. Upon graduating from recruit school, after spending many years in the state's 3rd State Police District, the opportunity to transfer north was eventually presented to Jerome. Sergeant Jerome appreciates the small-town atmosphere, says he's looking forward to serving communities in the eastern Upper Peninsula. Jerome says he plans on remaining in the area long-term. He was initially introduced to the Michigan State Police through an older family friend, served as a trooper in the 1940s and 50s. His first post assignment was at Carroll Post in Michigan's Thumb area, where he spent 10 years performing general patrol duties, often investigating serious felony cases. Later, Jerome was transferred to the Thumb Narcotics Unit as an undercover officer for 2 years before moving to the now closed Bridgeport Post, where he worked on the Saginaw Secure Cities Detail for 12 years. Jerome has also served time on the FBI task force targeting a criminal organization and spent 4 years with the 3rd District U.S. Marshal Fugitive Team, focusing on high-risk warrant arrests. 2 years ago, Jerome was promoted to sergeant at the Tri-City Post, where he served as the night shift road patrol supervisor, overseeing 3 counties, supervising troopers within the city of Saginaw. Jerome will soon take over as the sergeant at the 8th District State Police Post in St. Ignace. Local area churches in the surrounding communities have announced their service schedules for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Our Redeemer Lutheran Church in Newberry will hold the service at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve with Holy Communion and candle lighting. That's at 321 West John Street in Newberry. The First Baptist Church of Newberry will hold their Christmas Eve service at 5 p.m. with everyone welcome to attend. Grace Lutheran Church in Germfask will hold their Christmas Eve service at 4 p.m. The Bethlehem Lutheran Church in Engadine will hold the service at 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve and 10 a.m. on Christmas Day with Holy Communion. Trinity Lutheran Church in Newberry hold their Christmas Eve service at 8 p.m. The First Presbyterian Church in Newberry will have their service on Christmas Eve at 5 p.m. with the Holy Communion and candle lighting. Get a full rundown of the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day services by checking out the most recent edition of the Newberry News. Members and visitors of the American Legion Post 74 in Newberry have seen a brand new display paying tribute to those who have served in the armed forces. After more than a decade of waiting, a military display has come to the Newberry American Legion Post 74. A static military display for the front lawn of the post arrived on Wednesday, December 11th. Legion now displaying a Weasel 1 weapons carrier as used by the United States as an air transportable light armored front drive vehicle for airborne troops. It's based on a Porsche concept. The Weasel 1 was manufactured by the Rheinmetall Land System in Germany. The vehicle weighs 2.75 tons and had a top speed of 50 miles per hour. The Weasel display was secured through the United States Army Tank Automotive and Armaments, with the applications and paperwork submitted by local post members Jim Deslak and Gene Foley. The vehicle itself was gifted to the Legion. However, donations were received to pour a cement pad and for transporting the vehicle. Eric and Jennifer Blake of Blake Family Farms donated equipment and time to transport the Weasel vehicle from the Selfridge Air National Guard Base to its new location in Newberry on the front lawn of the American Legion Post 74. Columbus Township is looking for someone to join their maintenance team. They're now accepting applications for part-time employment. The Columbus Township maintenance position work an average of 10 hours per week. Columbus Township residency is preferred. You can get a complete job description and application from the Columbus Township Hall between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Interested parties must apply and respond by January 14th of 2025. A reminder that the Quamanite Area Schools Board of Education is seeking applications for a vacant position. It's for a 2-year term. Individuals be appointed to the vacant position through December 30th, 2026. Letters of interest must be turned in to the district office and Superintendent Stacy Price no later than 3 p.m. on January 8th. Following a review of submitted letters, the board will schedule interviews with selected candidates. For more information, contact Superintendent Stacy Price at 906-293-3226, extension 1102. I'm Dan Hardbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update here on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health is their passion. For more information on the full range of services they provide, go online to hnjh.org. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Detroit Lions set a franchise record with their 13th win of the season. Yesterday, they beat the Chicago Bears 34-17. Proves the Lions to an NFC best 13-2 on the season. They're perfect 7-0 on the road. Another big day for Jerry Goff, 336 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs with 109 yards on the ground. Jameson Williams led the Lions wide receiving core with 143 yards and a touchdown, including an 82-yarder. The Lions currently are tied for the top spot in both the NFC North and the NFC Conference. They did get some help in their quest for home field advantage yesterday as the Philadelphia Eagles were upset by the Washington Commanders. That was a win for the Commanders 36-33. That loss drops the Eagles to 12-3 on the season. They were previously tied with the Lions. Another big result that keeps pace in the NFC North saw the Vikings edge out the Seahawks 27-24. That means the Vikings and Lions both 13-2 with 2 weeks to go in the regular season. The Ferris State Bulldogs are the Division II national champions. Ferris State wins their 3rd title in the last 4 years, blowing by Valdosta State 49-14 in this weekend's national championship game. Ferris State quarterback Trinidad Chambliss threw for 153 yards and 3 touchdowns, also ran for 78 yards and 2 scores as Ferris State pulled out the victory. Red Wings' rough stretch continues. They fall to the Montreal Canadiens 5-1. Red Wings now with the 2nd worst record in the Eastern Conference. Loss was their 3rd in a row, and the Red Wings have given up 13 goals in that span. Monday Night Football tonight, it's the Packers and the Saints. ESPN 8:20, the kickoff. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. Here's what you can expect. Snow showers likely, cloudy skies, a high in the low 30s. New snow accumulation around an inch possible, with more amounts in Chippewa and Mackinac County as they are under a winter weather advisory. Partly sunny skies for your Tuesday, highs in the low 30s, north winds 5 miles per hour. Christmas Day comes with cloudy skies, highs in the mid-30s. I'm Dan Hardebrook. This is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.
With cold and flu season upon us, it's important to wash and clean your hands. Here are 3 key reasons why keeping your hands washed and clean is essential, especially during this time of year. 1. Regular hand washing removes bacteria, viruses, and other germs that can be picked up from surfaces. This can prevent the transfer of germs to your mouth, nose, or eyes, which are common entry points for illness. 2. Good hand hygiene reduces the risk of spreading infections to those who are more susceptible, such as children, the elderly, or individuals with weakened immune systems. 3. Touching your face with unwashed hands can easily introduce germs into your respiratory system. This can greatly increase the odds of catching a cold or flu. Prevention is the best way to stay healthy, but despite our best efforts, sometimes we still get sick. If this happens, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center is here to help.